Guys, Snapchat is such an interesting company, and it's crazy how a company can go and be like at the top of their game and then just drastically fall down and just literally land on its face and slowly start to stack up again. And now they're trying to, and I think it's actually kind of interesting how they're doing this, okay? But they're wanting to go into the mobile gaming aspect of chatting, I guess. So I've read a lot of articles and I kind of want to break it down for you guys, but they said they've been working on this for a year and a half. I think they've probably been working on it for a minute, but I think this push started actually happening since Apple announced their own little like gaming arcade thing that they're going to push out, I think, once iOS 13 comes out. So right there, that had me thinking, I'm like, is this going to make a big difference in terms of how people perceive Snapchat? So it's been a minute since I even opened up Snapchat. Now this is my fan account. If you guys want to add me, Simple Alpaca, that's the name of it. And I was looking and I was like trying to find the gaming arcade thing, the new gaming thing, and I couldn't find it and I was freaking out. I'm like, what the heck's going on? So then I started looking and apparently this feature isn't even out yet. So that's my fault. I'm sorry about that. So I was going to show you guys like me gaming with and everything. So then in my opinion, I think it's a pretty big thing. The games that they stated, actually, I'll put them on the screen right now. They said there's like a Mario Party type of game, which seems kind of interesting to me. I think that's probably going to be the biggest hit. And then there were some other ones like some Sudoku and some other ones like that. I don't know who's going to do that. And then there was like a kind of like a shooting type of game for, not first person, but like it's kind of a bird's eye view, a game like that. And then there was this game that was like a Slitherio type of game. If you guys don't know what Slitherio is, it's one of the greatest games ever made. I used to play that all the time. I still play it every once in a while. And that game right there, I think that's going to be a humongous hit. And here's the huge thing, okay? You guys know an iMessage, right? If you're wanting to play a game with somebody or whatever, right? You can go and actually go to the App Store, download Game Pigeon, and send them, like, even though I guess Fruit Ninja has it now, but you can send them requests to play and you guys can kind of play multiplayer games back and forth, but it's not in real time. You know, you can't play while the other one's playing. You kind of have to wait and send it to them and then they play their game, send it back. And I'll give you an example with like the pool table game with Game Pigeon. You can actually go send it back and forth. So it's not really real time, which is one thing that sucks with iMessage. It doesn't really suck. I think it's really cool that they were able to implement something like that into like a text messaging thing. But apparently what Snapchat wants to do is bring that into real time. So instead of actually going and constantly sending it back and forth, you can actually play the game in real time. And I think that's a really cool initiative that they're trying to push. And I want to give a lot of credit to Snapchat there. You know, if Apple can do that same thing with iOS 13, I think that would be super awesome. And I think a lot more people would actually go and start knowing more about Apple Arcade and start going and like maybe doing subscriptions for that too. So that'd be a pretty cool thing for Apple to implement. But Snapchat is already implementing it, so that's awesome. Now, in all honesty, I think Snapchat is going to make a ton of money off of this. I think they're going to bring back a lot of revenue. Are people going to start downloading Snapchat again and start doing it? I don't know if that's the case. I think they said they started seeing a decrease. Oh, Jesus. Snapchat said they started seeing a decrease of people using it for the last like 2 quarters, but now it's kind of leveled out a little bit. So I think that's really cool. And I think more people are going to start using it more, but I don't think more people are going to start using it. I think the people who have it already installed are going to keep using it, but I don't think there's going to be a spike in people installing it on their phones. I hope that makes sense. And another cool thing for Snapchat and Snapchat investors is that they can actually put ads within the game. So instead of people having to watch an ad and like go through the highlight stories of where like right here, as you can see, there's a bunch of sponsored posts like this one and some other ones too. It'd be way more seamless if Snapchat were to just go and put the ads within the games instead. And I think that's a pretty big advantage that Snapchat could potentially do. So all in all, I think this is a step in the right direction. I don't know if this is going to make like crazy amounts of revenue for Snapchat, but I think it's an interesting take, and I really hope they stick to it and start developing way more games, because I might start using Snapchat more often. Maybe I'll play some games against you guys once it comes out. By the way, if you guys want to add me on Snapchat, those are my credentials. You can do my snap code if it works. Okay, that's a better glimpse for you. Hopefully you can snap that, but that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button. That'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it'll mean so much if you guys could hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, everyone.